In this video, I'm going to show you guys what's possible within your Pooper Scooper business. We've literally acquired over 140 customers in the last 3 business days. I'm going to walk through exactly how we did that, hopefully give you some tips so you can start executing some of these strategies within your business and start seeing some big gains. Let's get into it. For those who don't know, my name is William. I'm the president of a multi-million-dollar Pooper Scooper business in the Pacific Northwest and the founder of the Poop Scoop Millionaire community on School. This video is not designed to be a flex by any means. I simply want to show you guys what is possible within the dog waste removal business. That is, unless you're one of the handful of people whose actual Pooper Scooper business sucks, so instead you decide to try to be an influencer and sell Pooper Scooper business courses to try to make some extra money to compensate, then yeah, you might consider that a flex that we get more clients in a couple days than you guys ever have. But for everybody else, I'm going to start breaking down the strategies that we use to get over 100 customers in the last few days. So it's not uncommon for us to acquire over 100 recurring customers on a monthly basis, but to hit these numbers within a few days, we need a couple other factors working in our favor to really stack the deck. And those 2 factors are going to be preparation as well as timing. So for most pooper scoopers throughout the country, typically the peak season is going to be Q1. If you're in an area that has snow, the snow is going to be melting off. And if you're not in an area with snow, people are going to be wanting to go out into their yards after the winter or the cooler months. They're going to want to start gardening. They're going to want to start mowing their yards. And if it's full of dog poop, they don't want to deal with it. They just want to call a company. And I call this peak poop pain season. And it's absolutely the best time to acquire customers for your business. And especially if you're in an area that snows and that snow is melting off, if you don't do a good job at capturing as many customers as possible right there, you're going to have a really difficult time through summer when the industry starts to slow back down. So timing is absolutely going to be essential. The other side of that is preparedness. So if you don't have enough office staff, if you don't have enough employees, if you don't have systems to actually get people up and trained to meet that demand, you're going to be losing out on a lot of customers. At Swoop Scoop, we have an office manager, we have 2 customer service representatives, we have a full-time outbound sales call person, as well as an operations manager that oversees the whole business within our office. So we have a lot of manpower there to answer calls, make sure we're getting back to people quickly, getting people on the schedule, rerouting things, hiring team members. And we have the whole thing systematized and we have a process behind everything. We also hire people before we actually have that demand, so everybody is trained up and they know what they're doing. So if a specific situation comes up, they know exactly how to execute and make sure we don't miss out on acquiring any of those customers. So as I said, we got 5 people in the office, and that's not including me or Levi if we have to jump in and do anything, which typically we don't at this point because we have a really solid team. But it just goes to show if you're prepared as well as meeting the timing of the market, you can see some big numbers. So I want to take a quick minute to just go over our Sweep and Go dashboards and kind of break down some of the marketing channels and some of the advantages we have as a bigger company that we were able to implement and ultimately execute on to gain this many customers within a handful of days. So if we look down here, here's our referral source chart on Sweep and Go is the CRM that we use. And the days that I'm talking about are the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. Sometime between the 23rd and the 24th, basically all the snow in this location melted, and it created a huge demand surge that we were able to capitalize on. So one other thing to keep in mind is that this referral source, it doesn't include all the customers that we got because we did have to manually create some accounts for people that weren't comfortable with setting things up online. So there's probably another 10, 20 customers that we were able to sign up over this period of time, not shown on this chart, as well as our other location that got between 25 and 30 customers kind of over the same time period that doesn't have the snow melt. So as you can see, Facebook is typically our number 1 lead source of social media, Facebook ads. We got 10 this day, 6 that day, 12 that day. But a few things that really stand out to me is going to be this chart here, which is our vehicle signage. So we actually have, at this particular location, over 15 fully wrapped vehicles. In total, we have between 20 and 25, somewhere in there between all of our locations. This absolutely prints customers. If you don't have a vehicle wrap, I highly recommend that you do it. Not only are you going to get customers signing up directly from the wrap, they're also going to Google your company. That's going to get you Google signups. And you can also take pictures of your wrap and you can put them in your Facebook ads, and it just makes your Facebook ads perform that much better. A few other things to keep in mind is that we also have a full-time sales rep that's making outbound calls and basically picking up all the scraps that we might have missed. So he was able to acquire close to 10 customers over these last couple days for us that we wouldn't have got normally, as well as us sending out some text message campaigns, which isn't necessarily reflected here. A lot of them get dropped into this other, and then a lot of them we had to manually sign up as well. But we have a database of a couple thousand customers that are either previous customers, maybe they just got a one-time cleanup, And we also have another database of a couple thousand people, people that got quotes on our website, ended up not signing up. We have everybody opted into marketing, so this is the time that we start sending out our marketing campaigns when the demand is at its highest, and that's how we're able to drive some of these big numbers. So even if you're not signing up clients right away, you definitely want to make sure people are opted into marketing, and you want to hit them. We usually try to hit them once a quarter, but if you know you're coming up to your peak season, you want to be really strategic about when you ask people to sign up. So if the snow is melting or the weather is finally getting nice out and there's a lot of dog waste out, people are starting to go outside and go for walks and start mowing their yard, you want to hit them up before a lot of these things happen, because that's what I call peak poop pain season, as I mentioned before, and it's just the time to go out and get your customers. A couple other things that are interesting. We do still put out yard signs. We try to put them out before this peak season happens. We have a couple billboards up, nothing crazy. We got a pretty good deal on, but we're still getting customers from yard signs. We're getting repeat customers. We're getting word of mouth. We're getting Google. And we have a really healthy mix of where we're getting our customers. It's not just coming in from one place. So as you grow and start developing those other marketing channels, it's all going to work in synergy and help everything work better. So now I'm going to go over some of our costs and how much we actually spent on marketing. So as far as paid advertising goes, there's only a couple channels that we're actually spending quite a bit of money on a monthly basis. And right now it's going to be Facebook ads as well as Google ads. So here's just our Google ad account for those couple days where we have that peak demand. As you can see, we spent a little over $2,000 across 3 days. We're able to acquire 26 people signing up by clicking on our Google ads. So these numbers might look a little bit different than our Sweep and Go chart, because the way that we track conversions here, somebody clicks on the Google ad, they go through the process, they put in their credit card, and they actually sign up. We count that as a conversion, but that person might have seen a truck wrap or a yard sign or some other form of marketing, and then they actually mark that in Sweep and Go, and that's what gets tracked in the Sweep and Go dashboard. So that's where there might be a little bit of a discrepancy, but as you can see, we're acquiring customers for $83, and our lifetime value is between $2,500 and $3,000. So this is an awesome trade for us as far as the paid ads go. And if we're looking at Facebook ads, I got our snow melt campaign here. We acquired 34 people signed up from our Facebook ads over those 3 days for a cost per acquisition of $51.56. The other thing that we spent money on is we ran some SMS for marketing campaigns, and I think to send out around 3,000 text messages, it cost us maybe $200 to $250. So really our advertising cost over these couple days was, what is that? Probably around $4,000, and that doesn't even account for half of all the customers we signed up. That's just because we were able to build such a strong brand. And a lot of people, honestly, in our market, they don't even search for Poop Scooper services anymore. They search for Swoop Scoop, which is great. Having things like a strong website as well as truck wraps is something that can really help with that. And speaking of truck wraps, we actually just got a partnership with a national wrap company called WrapMate. So all Poop Scoop Millionaire customers can get up to $100 off their wrap, whether it's a partial wrap or a full wrap. They also offer financing, so it's a really great way to get into a wrap and start advertising your business more effectively. So I'll put a link down in the description for you guys there. But I do want to show you a couple other things just kind of so you can see what level our business is at as far as reviews and organic strength and whatnot. So if you Google Swoop Scoop, you'll see us here. This particular location has over 500 reviews, and we are by far more than all of our competitors. I think our next biggest competitor maybe has 40 reviews. So we're obviously the clear choice in our market. Everything's branded. We spent a lot of money redesigning our website. So each location has a specific landing page. Here's our Spokane location. Here's our homepage. Even if we even break it down a little bit further. So if we go into Spokane, we can say we want to check out Liberty Lake, which is a sub-city within the area. We have a landing page for all these things. And having all this put together just creates a more streamlined experience. It gives customers more opportunities to find you. It reinforces your brand and ultimately makes your marketing work better, whether it's your organic marketing or your paid traffic. So as you can probably tell, we did have some unique advantages that we were able to cultivate over the last few years. Our first full year was 2021, and I think now we're going into our, fifth year. So over that time, we were able to get our vehicles wrapped. We were able to get a nice website. We were able to reinvest money into the business. We were able to collect contact information. A lot of these things that a lot of new people coming in the industry, you might not have those advantages, but it just goes to show how important it is to start now, start collecting those phone numbers, start collecting those contacts, start getting those vehicles wrapped, start investing back into your website when you have time, Because once you get all the pieces put together, you can really build a powerhouse of a company. We're approaching 2,500 recurring customers now, and we're probably going to go quite a bit past that throughout our spring rush this year. So just make sure you're prepared. I know it might be disheartening to see where we're at versus where somebody else is just starting off, but just know if you just take it one step at a time and you just do the actions that are required to get customers and really capitalize on a spring rush in the future, you're going to have a much better long-term outcome for your business. The other thing I do want to touch on as well is that getting customers and having good marketing is going to be just one piece of the puzzle. You also need to make sure you have a good hiring and training process. So as many of you know, we have the Poop Scoop Millionaire community on School. We also have something called Swoop University on School, and this is an internal training platform for just our employees. So every job position, whether you're a scooper, whether you're a CSR, whether you're a field supervisor, or an office manager, or you're the operations manager, or you do marketing in some kind of capacity, we have all the job descriptions, all the job duties, as well as a full video training for each one of those positions. So as we onboard people, we can really streamline our training process as well as our hiring process. If you guys don't have this put together, we do have a training in the Poop Scoop Millionaire community. It goes over how we hire our employees as well as how we train our pooper scoopers. So if you find that helpful, feel free to check that out. For everybody else, if you are still struggling with marketing, I made a full video for free right here on YouTube that talks about why your marketing isn't working and how you can fix it to start getting clients faster, for cheaper, and that are going to stick around longer for your business. So I hope this helps. Hope you guys have a great day and happy scooping.